Hi folks, my name is Mr. Kuchak and I am your art teacher. Before we begin, let me go over our class rules. We have 3 rules at Elk Lake. Be ready, be responsible, be respectful. We are ready in the art room when we come in, sit in our assigned seats, and get quiet so that we can learn about art. We are responsible in the art room when we follow directions and take care of our supplies, and we clean up any of our messes. We are respectful when we use kind words like please and thank you, and when we value other students' artwork. Supplies you will need for today's lesson. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Hi folks, today we are going to be working on our cartoon bodies. So we used simple shapes to create our characters' heads, and now we're going to use simple shapes again to create the bodies. What we want to avoid is stick figures. Stick figures just do not give you enough information, or don't give the reader enough information about who your character is and what your character can do. So I'm going to show you some other simpler ways to do cartoon bodies, and these will replace any type of stick figure. So please, once again, don't use a stick figure, use these bodies that I'm going to show you. So let me move my paper and then we'll get started. All right folks, so we're going to go over some cartoon bodies today. So I'm going to go over and show you some simple bodies that you can do that are a little bit more dynamic than a stick figure, and this way we'll draw the heads, we'll draw the bodies, that way you can see how everything fits. So let's say we have an oval shaped head. So we can have that head bigger or smaller. Just depends on how much stuff you want to actually get into your person. So if there's a nose, if there's hair, if there's a beard, mustache, we need all that in there. Then from the head, we go down, curve, and up. This gives us a nice little body in there. And then off the sides, we do the arms, we do the legs. So while those are stick figure like, the body's not, which will give us a lot more detail. And then we're going to add a simple, what we call mitten hand. So a mitten hand starts off with an oval, and then you add your thumb. So if his hands are down, his thumb would be there. So we do an oval and a thumb. That way we have our mitten hands. Now feet, we can just do an oval, and then that way it looks like they're standing. Now what's nice about this is you can easily move person around. So if we have that same body, and let's say this person is waving, and we put the hand up, and this person is carrying something, maybe like a book or a Minecraft block, then we can still put that in their hand by just moving the hand down or moving it up. This gives us a lot more range with what our characters can do. The next one that we're going to do, this one is based on that kind of football or wrestler character. So we start off with a straight line for the head, and then we did a longer line for the bottom of the head, but this one we're going to do a little bit longer just for the shoulders. And then we connect down. We connect down. We don't want to go right to the shoulders. We want to make sure that that head kind of stands out there. And then we do a smaller line. And what we'll do is we'll go from our shoulders to that small line. And what will happen is it'll start looking like a boat. That's okay. Next we do ovals for feet. Once we have those feet, then we draw down. We draw down. And then we want to come up and down. That way we have the feet, we have the body, we have the head, now we need the arms. And to do the arms, let's kind of do him flexing. So let's do our mitten hand here, and we'll do a mitten hand over here. So we have 2 hands, one up on top, one down on the bottom. And then all we have to do is go from our shoulder and connect. We can give him bigger arms since he looks like he's a bigger guy. Come in and come in. That way we have our person. So let's say, you know, he's picking up something like, maybe you make him like a giant, and you know, he's got something like a bus. in his hands, then you really want to make him look really, really big. And then we'll put some wheels in here. So they would need to be nice and strong. We can also do some simple ones where, let's say we do an oval and then a circle. And then we're going to come up and over for the ears. What we can do with this type is do our oval, oval. Once we have our oval, oval, we come down and touch, come down and touch. And then we just go up and down. That gives him arms, or that gives him the legs. Now we have to add the arms. So with the arms, what we can do is triangle, triangle. And then we come down, L3, L3. That way it looks like his hands are on his hips. So like we can make this into an alien, we can make it into a dog. You know, it just depends on what you want done with them. So maybe he's got a cool space belt. And he's got lots of little pouches on there. We can go ahead and we can add things like that in there. Let's say you have something like the cat character or the fox character, where we did our fox, and you want them sitting down. Well, a nice simple shape to use is a triangle. So we can use that triangle shape, and then after we have our triangle, we come up and down, up and down. Once we go up and down, then we just C, C. That way we have the back legs, and we oval, oval. So rainbow C, oval, oval, and then we connect. That way we have the paws. If you want a tail, you know, think of like a swishy tail with like the letter S. Maybe it's striped. And then you can go ahead and you can do things like for the mouth, maybe for the eyes, maybe it's a mean cat. And he's got one big fang. So you can add your details like that into them. Now, there's another character that I wanted to show you, and this character is called